In 1981, Nashville wanted George Strait to change his sound. But Strait refused, doubling down on traditional country music. Today, he's a $300 million icon with more #1 hits than any artist in history. Here's how a Texas cowboy outsmarted the music industry by simply staying true to his roots. The rise of a country legend. Strait's path challenged every music industry rule. While Nashville pushed for crossover pop stars, he committed to pure country. Record labels rejected him repeatedly, calling his traditional sound unmarketable and outdated. But Strait saw what the executives missed: a massive audience hungry for authentic country music. His persistence caught the attention of Irv Woolsey, who became more than just a manager. He became a strategic partner. Together, they made an unprecedented move, creating their own market. Instead of chasing radio play, they built a following through relentless touring of Texas dance halls and honky-tonks. The gamble paid off in 1981 when MCA Records signed Strait. His contract negotiations with MCA set new precedents. Instead of accepting standard terms, Strait and Woolsey demanded creative control over song selection and recording, unheard of for a new artist. "They thought we were crazy," Woolsey later recalled. But George wouldn't budge. This early stand for artistic control would become a cornerstone of Strait's business model. His first single, Unwound, shot to #6 on the Billboard country charts without compromising his sound. Suddenly, the industry took notice. Traditional country could make serious money. By the end of 1982, the unmarketable cowboy from Texas had 3 top 20 hits and a growing national audience. He'd proven that authenticity could be profitable, setting the stage for a career that would rewrite music industry rules. Bucking the trend, Strait's commitment to traditional country. As the 1980s urban cowboy craze pushed country toward pop, record executives saw dollar signs in crossover hits. Artists were pressured to smooth their sound for mainstream appeal. Kenny Rogers and Dolly Parton proved the formula could work, scoring hits on both country and pop charts. But George took a different path. While his peers were experimenting with new sounds, Strait doubled down on traditional country. His music featured steel guitars, fiddles, and heartfelt lyrics about love and life, a stark contrast to the glossy productions dominating the airwaves. This commitment to tradition came with challenges. Industry insiders doubted Strait's ability to succeed with such a dated sound, and there was pressure to conform. But Strait stood his ground, believing that real country music still had a place in the industry. "They told me I was committing career suicide," Strait later recalled, "but I knew there was still a market for real country music." This conviction would prove prophetic, as Strait's traditional sound began attracting a dedicated following that would help him build his empire. The making of the king of country. While other artists chased trends, Strait was building an empire. His business model was simple but revolutionary: consistent quality over quick hits. Between 1981 and 1989, he released an album every year, each featuring his signature traditional sound. This strategy helped him rack up 17 #1 hits in the 1990s alone. Strait's radio promotion strategy was equally innovative. Instead of pursuing pop crossover play, he cultivated deep relationships with country radio programmers. He gave exclusive content to country stations and prioritized radio tours over mainstream media appearances. This loyalty to country radio would pay dividends throughout his career. His chart success was unprecedented. Songs like "The Chair" and "All My Exes Live in Texas" became instant classics, resonating with fans who craved authentic country storytelling. By 1992, Strait had enough industry clout to venture into film. Pure country and its triple platinum soundtrack proved his traditional sound could succeed in any format. Unlike many artists who saw their popularity fade with changing trends, Strait's authenticity created a loyal fan base that grew with each release. His dominance of country radio was absolute. By 2013, he'd achieved what seemed impossible: 60 #1 hits on the Billboard country charts, shattering Conway Twitty's previous record of 40. Strait's unparalleled success didn't just earn him a crown, it created a blueprint for authenticity in an industry often driven by trends. His reign was far from over, and its effects would be felt for decades to come, inspiring a new generation of country artists committed to preserving the genre's roots. Beyond the music, Strait's cowboy image and authenticity. George Strait's cowboy image wasn't a marketing gimmick, it was his life: pressed Wranglers, starched shirts, and a black resistal hat. This authenticity extended to his business decisions. His George Strait Team Roping Classic, launched in 1983, wasn't just a side project. It was another way he maintained control of his brand while staying true to his roots. On stage, Strait rejected the elaborate productions becoming popular in country music. His simple staging and focus on the music set a new standard for touring. This approach didn't just save money, it strengthened his connection with audiences and established him as country music's anti-showman. While others spent millions on pyrotechnics and video screens, Strait's stripped-down shows consistently outsold them, proving that authenticity could be more profitable than spectacle. His influence extended beyond music and image. Strait became a blueprint for long-term success in country music, showing artists they could maintain artistic integrity without sacrificing commercial appeal. This lesson would shape the next generation of country stars, many of whom cite Strait as their model for career longevity. Strait's impact on Nashville and the music industry. By the 1990s, Strait had revolutionized the business of country music. While other artists focused on crossover appeal, he built a merchandising empire. His concert T-shirts alone generated over $10 million annually. His merchandise strategy was revolutionary for country music. While other artists licensed their names to manufacturers, Strait created his own merchandise company in 1985. This gave him complete control over quality and pricing, plus higher profit margins. He also pioneered VIP fan packages that included exclusive merchandise, years before they became industry standard. His touring strategy was equally innovative. Instead of following industry standards, Strait created his own model. He played fewer shows but maximized profits by choosing venues strategically and keeping production costs low. This approach helped him gross over $99 million in his final tour alone. His influence on Nashville's business practices was profound. Artists like Alan Jackson and Brooks and Dunn followed his model of maintaining creative control while building strong business foundations. In recent years, despite changes in radio airplay, Strait's catalog continues to generate significant revenue through streaming and licensing deals. Even modern stars recognize his blueprint for success. "George showed us you don't have to chase trends to make money," Luke Combs noted in 2024. He proved authenticity is profitable. The man behind the music. Strait's personal life and challenges. Behind Strait's business success was a personal foundation that kept him grounded. His marriage to high school sweetheart Norma in 1971 provided stability throughout the ups and downs of his career. Unlike many stars who cultivated public personas, Strait kept his private life private, a decision that would prove invaluable. Tragedy struck in 1986 when the Straits lost their 13-year-old daughter Jennifer in a car accident. The devastating loss led George to limit media interactions and focus more on family than fame. He channeled his grief into purpose, establishing the Jennifer Lynn Strait Foundation to support children's charities in San Antonio. This personal loss influenced his business decisions. While other artists chased celebrity status, Strait prioritized control over his time and career. He negotiated contracts that allowed him to tour less and spend more time at home. This approach, while unconventional for a major star, ultimately contributed to his longevity in the industry. Even his song selection reflected this personal authenticity. "I just look for songs I believe in," Strait explained. "Hit potential was never my first concern." This intuitive approach to music, free from industry pressure, helped maintain his artistic integrity while building a loyal fan base. These personal values would continue to guide his career decisions, even as he approached what many considered retirement age. The cowboy rides away, Strait's later career an enduring legacy. In 2012, Strait made another business-savvy move, announcing his retirement from touring while still at the top. The Cowboy Rides Away tour wasn't just a farewell, it was a masterclass in creating demand. By limiting his appearances, Strait drove ticket prices and attendance to record levels. The final concert at AT&T Stadium in Arlington broke multiple records. Over 104,793 fans attended, generating $18.2 million in ticket sales in a single night. But Strait wasn't done innovating. In 2016, he reimagined the concept of retirement by launching a Las Vegas residency. This strategic move allowed him to maintain his presence in country music while performing on his own terms. His new music continued to reflect his traditional values. Albums like Cold Beer Conversation, 2015, and Honky Tonk Time Machine, 2019, proved that authentic country could still resonate in the streaming era. In fact, his catalog's streaming numbers rival those of many contemporary artists, showing the enduring appeal of his traditional sound. By 2024, as younger artists pushed country music back toward its roots, Strait's influence was clearer than ever. His business model, maintaining artistic integrity while building a sustainable career, had become the gold standard for industry success. The cowboy who refused to go pop had written his own rules for making it in music. George Strait's refusal to go pop wasn't just about musical integrity. It was a brilliant business strategy that changed the music industry forever. While his contemporaries chased crossover success, he built something more valuable: a sustainable empire based on authenticity. The numbers tell the story. 60 #1 hits without a single pop crossover. Over $300 million net worth. A record-breaking final tour grossing $99 million, thousands of sold-out shows over 4 decades, complete ownership of his brand and music rights. But Strait's true legacy is the blueprint he created for music industry success. He proved that artists could maintain creative control, build genuine connections with fans, and still make more money than their pop-chasing counterparts. Today, artists like Chris Stapleton and Cody Johnson follow his model, choosing artistic integrity over trend chasing. As Strait himself noted in 2024, they said traditional country couldn't make money. We proved them wrong. His career stands as a testament to a simple truth. In an industry obsessed with the next big thing, staying true to yourself can be the smartest business move of all.